Folks, I need some help, and I'm gonna go to the help right now. Breaking news, I've got a direct hotline to some of my dear sweet favorite boys and my fun time callers for all ages. One of these sweet boys, he's gonna be on the telly real quick. Oh, is that a little hint? Let's see.
Hello.
Let's see if this works out for us. Hey, who am I speaking?
Hello.
Hello there. Hey, round of applause. Special guest. Now, special guest, I may have teased it a bit, that you are calling with a deep British accent. Is this correct?
Oh, yeah. It's unfortunate, but
It's a London accent. Northerner.
No,
You're a southerner.
I'm from the north, and it might have changed a bit being down south, but I don't think my family would be happy if I said I had a southern accent.
Well, I don't want to make your family displeased at all, but I think people have put it together. Let's give a big round of applause for Stevie B.
Hello.
Hello, Steve.
Thank you for the applause.
Yeah, I'll give you a break beat even.
I'm not sure I deserve the applause, but
Hell yeah, you got like
thank
straight digital there for a second. I thought we were doing a Daft Punk thing.
Brother!
Now, Steve, you spoke to me earlier today, and you told me about alternate reality game that you were playing. Like, it started out as a cell phone game?
Yeah, so I wanted to call in and tell a story about a game that I've just played and finished. An immersive iPhone game, if you can believe it. It's going to be a slightly long story, but I think some people will get a kick out of it.
What?
If you don't, then,
Fuck 'em.
fuck off.
Hey, we've got a saying around here.
Yeah.
And I think everyone knows exactly how it goes.
Yeah.
Shut the fuck up.
All right, well, let's get back to
Okay,
getting back.
so
don't worry, I'm super interested. This game, it started out as like a cell phone thing, but then there were AR kind of elements to it?
Not even AR. So basically,
I don't know know what you call it, but one of those games where you have to go outside of your apartment and like tool around the city.
yeah, you have to leave. You have to actually leave the house.
Yeah.
Well, okay, so it's a game called Silverpoint, which you can get on the iPhone and I think Android.
And
so anyone can get it, but it tells you from the very beginning that you really should be playing it if you live in London. Basically.
London specifically, wow.
Yeah, so you sign up, you start playing, and the game is just basically a puzzle game, kind of like Candy Crush sort of thing. You line things up, you get points. And the story behind it is, it starts off telling you about a girl that went missing, and all that was found was her phone next to a red rose. And you start playing.
It's creepy.
Is this still hello?
It sounds.
Yeah, so,
you're on there. It sounds a little creepy. I mean, you think you're just playing a regular puzzle game, but then the story starts to kind of develop a mystery in the background.
Yeah, the more points you get bits of the story, and that's where the addictive element comes in. Because I don't really care for playing those sorts of games usually, but you really want to find out what happened about this girl.
Okay.
You unlock story about her going on a journey, and it's very kind of abstract, and you see like cool artwork, and so there's like 8 levels. So at first, you're getting stars, you're progressing, and then all of a sudden it starts to say to you, this has taken an awful long time. We could speed this up if you want. And then it asks you some questions. So it asks you to provide your email, your sort of mother's maiden name, and your telephone number. And if you do that, it then automatically levels you up.
How? Oh.
Yeah.
That's a little trusting, giving a cell phone game, like an app, essentially my number.
Yeah.
But I get it.
And then I was like playing this for several hours one weekend, and then all of a sudden it said, "You've been playing this an awful long time, haven't you, Stephen?" And then it said, "You should go out and explore."
Really?
And then it gave me a list of bars that I could go to.
How did it know your name? Do you think because of the information you had already provided?
Yeah, because from that part, like from when you instantly like start the game,
you give it your
you say your name.
Okay.
And so it gives you a list of bars to go to. So I looked them up, decided to go to one. In the meantime, I had an email from a guy called James who said that he'd found Chloe's phone.
Whoa.
And said like not to respond, and he was like, and he said that he was also playing the Silverpoint game. He said, "Oh, don't tell anyone. I shouldn't really be doing this, but I'll get back in touch." And then I go to the bar, of which people at work were like, "Are you crazy?" I was like, "What?"
But now for those of you guys that don't know, Steve has a pretty extensive history of going out to live event kind of alternate reality productions.
Theater stuff.
Yeah, theater. It's like interactive theater almost, but kind of all based around like a gaming type mechanic.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
going
I go
out to this
the
bar isn't really. I mean, did you pick the nearest location to you, or did you just go out to?
I picked the nearest location, and it ended up being a bar that I passed like a few times and never noticed it was even there.
Oh, okay.
So I go, and then I get a message saying, "Be careful! I think they're trying to take something from you."
Ooh. While you're at the bar?
Before I even get in the bar. So, I go in, speak to the barman. He pours me a cocktail, takes my phone, does something, and it levels me up.
So wait, he knows that you're there.
Yeah, so I'm like, I'm here for the Silverpoint thing. He's like, oh, okay, and he just takes my phone from me, puts in the code, levels me up, and then he says, you need to call this number. There's like a number that then appeared on my screen.
Did you have a drink or anything at the bar?
Yeah, he poured me a nice cocktail for free.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so I phone it, and there's a woman on the other end, and she asks me my name like twice. She's like, oh, sorry, I think the line's bad. What's your name?
Okay.
And then she just goes, oh, so you've been enjoying the game then? How long have you been playing for? Just all these innocent questions like, you know, how far are you? Oh, you're really liking it? Oh, that's cool.
But you made it a point to say that she asked your name twice.
Yeah.
Dude, fitting theme music for your, we've got a Resident Evil orchestral in the background.
And then she started saying, do you ever feel like sometimes when you talk to someone that you just instantly feel like you've met them before? And then she said, you know, just little things like from just like the tone of their voice to the way they look around and the way they hold a phone.
Wow.
And so at this point I start like looking around, and then she said, didn't we meet today? And I was like, what? She's like, yeah, you passed me and you smiled. And I was like, did I?
Is she, now at this point, are you starting to think like, did she really fucking bypass me at some point? Like, that would make me paranoid.
Yeah, because I've done theater stuff in the past where you can't quite tell, like in the outside world where you can't quite tell if someone's an actor or not.
Yeah. Oh, how fucking cool.
And then I said, and then she said, would you say that we're friends? And I was like, guess so, because I'm just going along with the story, right? And then she's like, oh, okay. And then she says, thank you, I have all that I need. And then it just played the recording of me saying my name over and over again, and then the call ended.
So that's why she had you say your name twice.
Yeah.
I think. So she recorded you during the phone message and then said, that's all I need. Just looped your voice back to you.
Yeah, so it just went, Stephen Barker, Stephen Barker, Stephen Barker.
Oh, what the fuck?
It was just like...
whoa!
But I leveled up, so you know.
Yeah, hey, you know what?
And then, so I head home, and I'm playing the game again, so I'm like, go find out what happens next.
Because now you're addicted.
And then...
I would be too.
I had an email from James saying that he'd unlocked Chloe's phone, and that he'd found he sent me a picture of a text conversation, a picture of her, and like another picture. So it was like a text conversation between her and the landlord about how she got home, and all of the stuff in the room was like reorganized, and there was a painting put up in her room of this like creepy thing. She was like, the landlord was just being like weird. Then and are these? Of her sat down with a woman's like hand on her shoulder, and
these
was,
are real life
taking a photo.
These are real life actors in the photographs, not like a drawing.
Yeah, like actors, yes.
Oh, wow. Okay.
And then the third one was a picture of a door that was open, and it had like a weird like religious symbol on it. Sort of like it was like a triangle with an eye in the center, sort of thing.
Illuminati type shit.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it was like
Bohemian Grovers, I get it.
he started saying, "Oh, I've been playing this game. Don't you think it's like asking some really personal questions? Like, I don't really know what I want to tell it, sort of thing." And he said, "I'll be back in touch." And then I'm playing the game, and it says, "You know what? You could do with a change. You should book an appointment." And then it gave me 3 locations to choose from, most of which were booked up. So I managed to get an appointment. Luckily, at first, like I couldn't pick anything.
So is this sending you like a hyperlink to book this appointment?
Like
within the app?
Not even a hyperlink. It's like in the game. Like you press a button, and then you can select.
Whoa, so it still
like, some
looks like the
choices.
game menu and everything. It like maintains the look of this cell phone
It
game.
maintains it's all in the app, yeah.
This is, wow, that's fucking cool.
Although the email was to my personal email.
Yeah,
So like,
but I mean, that's kind of like anything that seems to be existing out in real life is like an email or a phone call because you're actually calling a phone number. That's fucking rad.
yeah. So then I booked this appointment, which was on Saturday, the weekend just gone. So I go there, and it's at a beauty salon. The thing that was funny, I looked on Twitter for like the hashtag to do with the game, and like a guy obviously working at a salon was like, "I've never seen so many like fat bald men at a beauty salon," which I thought was quite funny. But so I go, I get called to this room, and this is like a proper like salon, and like customers are being seen, etc. And I get taken to like this back room where there's a table, a mirror, as if like I was gonna get like something done basically. And there was a girl in there, and she just innocently, she was chatting to me just like a regular person, just kind of like, it's like she was trying to pass the time before she was like gonna start, or like she was waiting for something. She's just like asking me, oh, so where are you from? And she was telling me she was from Greece, and asking me how many brothers I have and all this kind of stuff, and it all was like really innocent.
Okay.
And I was thinking, so when's the bit gonna start? Like, what's going on?
Yeah, like it's hard to differentiate. Like, is this an actress, or is she just really think she's giving me like a manicure?
Are you getting ready for the signal to start your scene, sort of thing? That's what I was thinking. And then she'd given me a wet wipe, and then she took it from me and put it in this like sealable plastic bag.
She gave it to you to do what with?
She gave me like a wet wipe, like.
And told you to hold it?
Yeah, she was like, oh, to like use on my hands.
Okay.
And then, so she put it in this little sealable plastic bag, and then she got a cotton bud, and like took like a swab in my mouth.
Really?
Yeah, and then she like moved around me, and then she came near me and she went.
Big deep breath.
Yeah. And then
can you do that one more time, Steve? Can you do a big deep breath for me?
I'm really setting the scene here, yeah. So
yeah, ready?
Everyone, close your eyes and imagine this.
Okay, I'm ready.
Feel satisfied?
That was brilliant.
And then she asked if I would like a photo. And then she said bright or dark. I said dark. She gave me some candy, and then she took the photo. She like crouched over my shoulder and took the photo, handing me back the phone.
Oh wow.
Which I didn't look at the time. And then she said, "Thank you. I have all that I need."
Same phrase. I have all that I need.
Yeah, and I said, "Oh, that's what the last lady said," and she was like, "What are you talking about?"
What last lady?
And then, and then as I was leaving, I was like, "Oh, do I need to do something to like level up in this game?" She's like, "What game? What are you talking about?"
Oh wow.
I'm sure maybe the staff outside will help you. Bye.
Maybe the staff outside will help you. Whoa! So she totally played like she had no idea.
The game when I knew you would come, and then it had leveled me up. So I was like, oh, okay. And then later on, I turned the game on again. I played a bit of it, and then it said, I think you could do with another appointment.
Wow.
And
a second appointment in the day.
Yeah.
Dude, this is like, I mean, if you have a day off, great, but you wouldn't be able to do most of this stuff, you know, stretch it out like every other weekend, so you could actually take your time, or is this like a limited engagement?
I was aware, so the other reason why I feel like I'm comfortable talking about this is like it was like in space of 2 weeks.
And I was starting to think that too, like, you know, unfortunately we may be spoiling this for some people who are very interested in it, but this
at this point,
it's over.
Yeah, at this point, like, I think the finale, it might still be happening during the week, so, but before I talk about that, if someone in London happens to be playing it and happens to have got an appointment at the finale, which is really hard to get, then I'll say before I start talking about it.
You didn't get, well, we'll let you keep talking, but, so yeah, essentially, if you're super interested and you don't plan on playing this game or whatever, stick around. But at least, like, we can find out what this is, because this production company will probably put on another one of these, right?
Well, this is apparently like it's some research and development thing, which is what it's like, and it's like some, yeah, it's all free, but it's like very limited. It's like an experiment that they're doing to like see how this will work.
Well, by all means,
you wouldn't think it was just an experiment from like the quality of the experience.
Yeah.
So like, I mean, luckily, the appointment I got, which was on Tuesday, and it was at 6 p.m. and it was near my workplace, quite luckily. So that worked out. And then I had another email from James, who had been emailing me saying that he'd got back home and everything in his flat had been like moved around.
The same with
and that there was
girl.
There was powder used on stuff that he looked up, and it was like stuff to lift off fingerprints.
Oh.
So he said everything in my house is like all the fingerprints have been removed. It's like I don't exist.
Someone's like dusted for fingerprints.
Yeah.
Wow. As if they were getting his fingerprints? Is that how he worded it?
Yeah. And he said, didn't the same happen to Chloe? Like, stuff in her room was like moved around and stuff was like taken away. And he said, and all the while, so the story you're unveiling about Chloe is that it's just like her going on a journey, and it sounds really innocent. Like, Chloe went on a journey on a train. She ended up in a city, and it's all really sort of innocent. But it starts to gradually reflect kind of what you're doing.
And mirror the same
type
of...
it mirrors kind of what you're doing. Like, Chloe had an appointment that she had to make, like...
Oh, shit.
That sort of thing, but it's all very vague. And so I'm waiting to go to this, and it's literally called the finale, and it says to look for a man in grey.
So you are going...
message on my...
You are going to attend... You are going to attend this finale?
Yeah.
Wow, okay.
So then I get I'm looking at my phone, just about to finish work, and I had a voice message from James, and he sounded a bit panicked, and he was like, I went to this beauty appointment, and like no one was here. All that's on the floor is just bits of hair from like I guess different people that have come through here, and then he just sounds really panicked, like something's happening, and he's like, wait, there's something here, and then like the call just disconnects.
Ooh.
And it's all like very convincingly acted.
It's
okay.
It's well acted.
Yeah. And actually, like the game, like as you get towards the end, it's almost designed for you to not progress unless you do these immersive things. Like the points that you need to unlock the next bit are like getting more insane. That it's just not doable
unless you go out to the.
Yeah.
So they've designed it to get you off your ass and out there if you want to complete it.
Yeah, exactly.
Wow.
And then so I go to the finale. I go to this bar and then they get a group of us together, and they tell us to just go to a park across the road. And at this point, I'm thinking, I'm with a bunch of strangers. I was like, I hope this like doesn't fall on its ass at the end. Like,
Yeah,
'cause
like
it's all been about you, so it kind of like starts to lose its immersion when you're with this group of people.
Okay, I can see you've
as-
had experience firsthand with that. I just know everyone I've talked to that's played like a alternate reality game. Like there was a Lost one going around at do you remember that, Rocco? At like Comic-Con, and Sean did it all the way to the end, and then the end was like just kind of left unfinished. They totally dropped the fucking ball.
Yeah, they like ran out of money or something.
It's like, come on. But so you have an appointment now to meet a man in gray?
Yeah, I never really noticed the man in grey, but what happened was we ended up in this park as a group, and this girl came up to us and was asking for directions. And then she handed us a phone number, all of us, and we phone it, and then there's a woman on the other end, and she's like, hello? Hello? And then she's just like, this is Chloe, who is this?
Oh shit.
And she's like, I'm in a room, and all there is a telephone, and it just rang, and you're on the other end.
Oh wow.
Can you help me? And then she just starts to like, she's like, I don't know how I got here, but I can't really get out. Can you help me? Are you there? And she just sort of she repeats that every now and again. She's like, are you still there?
Really?
And then she starts to describe what she remembers before she like woke up in that room.
And are all of you calling on your cell phones respectively?
Yes. So everyone stood in the park on the phone
with their own
calling this
number. Everyone got the same number.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then I noticed she starts to describe what she remembers before she like woke up, and everyone starts walking in the direction of this building. So at this point, yeah, so everyone starts to sort of speed up a bit because she sounds more and more frantic.
Uh-oh.
And then she's like, if you get to the bottom of the stairs, I think that's where I am. If you get to the bottom of the stairs, I think that's where I am. And she just keeps repeating
saying
it.
that.
And you go in and you see some sort of like a case on the floor that was described in the story. So it was like her case.
Oh,
and,
shit.
And like just bits of clothes like sort of hanging out of it. You go through a door that was the door in the email, the picture of the door with the symbol on it.
It looks the same. And people are
Yeah,
recognizing
it's exactly
it.
the same. And everyone's getting frantic and like they run down the stairs, and then there's just a dark room with a table in the center with like a message playing over and over again next to a phone.
Huh.
And it's just going, are you there? Are you coming to get me? And everything being said just keeps repeating and repeating. And as soon as we got there, people started appearing. You couldn't really see them properly, but they would like grab you and then move you against the wall. Then these people in hooded cloaks came out. It was like a fucking cult.
Whoa. How many people? Like a dozen?
About 8 of us.
Oh, wow.
We're in there. So at this point, I'm like still thinking, this is gonna just end crap. Like,
yeah.
I don't want to be with these people. And then, all these hooded figures come out, and they each like grabbed one of us and then moved us forward, and then it said, one of you will be chosen. And then they put the cloaks on us.
Whoa.
And put the hoods over us.
They had hooded cloaks for all of you guys too.
Yeah, they just put them on it. And at this point, the lighting, you could barely see the room. You could see the table because of the lighting on the table, but you could hardly see anything else. So all of this is happening in the dark.
Wow.
And then I was moved into a room that was pitch black, like nothing going on, and there's just like some sort of like atmospheric sound, just a sort of rumbling sound that's sort of getting louder and louder.
Ooh,
and
kind of. What did it sound like? This, Steve? No.
No, not quite. Like
how about something like this?
I can't hear that. It would break the immersion, yeah.
Well, the Motorhead MIDI in the background might be breaking the immersion. Excuse me. Let's take that again. The immersion a little bit.
Yeah.
So at this point, I'm stood still in pitch black.
And you're in a hooded cloak.
Yeah.
This really
with
is
a person holding me from behind.
Were you guys, dude? If Molech comes out of the wall and you guys are all initiated into the Illuminati at this point, I'm really gonna be upset.
That didn't happen.
Oh my god. What did happen?
So it gets better.
Okay.
So then I was slowly moved into this room and was moved along, and all you could see were bulbs like hanging down from the ceiling every
Okay.
now and again.
Yeah.
And when I looked around, I was like, are they using mirrors in here to like make it look bigger than it is? Because
There's a
it
lot of
feels really
bulbs.
big in here. Like, again, no lighting except for like these bulbs hanging down from the ceiling, and they're moving me along. It feels like the last 10 minutes, and then they stop. She stops me. It's behind me.
I died. Sorry, Steve.
She turns me around to face her, slowly pulls the hood off, and she looks kind of demonic.
Really? Like, do you think she?
Yeah.
I mean, it was dark in there, but do you think she had some? Her face looked demonic, or she had a scowl on?
Yeah, it was just like enough not to make it look like, you know, you look like a demon. It was very like subtle
Nice.
things on her face that just made her look like slightly demonic.
And there's
and-
there's still like an ambient like noise in the room at some point. And,
Yeah,
and it's just
it's
vast.
increasing at certain points.
Oh, wow.
You know, to sort of go with what's going on, like the oppressiveness and stuff.
Yeah.
And then she turns me around and moves me forward, and I just like felt like a railing in front of me, and I was like, just stood there going, okay, what's going on? And I'm looking around, and then I was like, wait, if I'm stood at a railing, then maybe there's something
In front of
down
you.
there.
Yeah.
So I looked down, and all I could see was like something moving around that looked like a baby.
Whoa.
And then the light got like brighter, and it turned out to be like what looked like some kind of demon, just like writhing around, looking up at us and pointing at different people,
holy
and just
shit.
moving around in the center of the room, down below.
Did it look? I mean,
It looked fucking freaky.
It looked
like
good.
fucking Silent Hill shit. It looked good. Yeah.
It was big,
looked
like bigger than a
all
human?
Of this looks really good.
Like, was this demon bigger than a human? Did it have like a humanoid form?
It was just like a humanoid form, but I would say the closest thing would just be like an old-fashioned vampire sort of thing, like
Oh, okay.
I think sort of like
Nosferatu.
first season of Buffy, sort of. You know, the master sort of thing, like that.
All
It's
right,
kind of like that.
I'm into it.
And pointing at different people, and the lights came on a little bit, and then you heard a guy go, "No, please don't!" And then they were thrown into the pit.
Really? One of the actors?
Yeah. All you could see was like someone just get like you could see like the cloak. and
Oh,
stuff
so-
just get like thrown into the pit.
At this point, you don't know if that was one of you guys or
Yeah.
one of the actors that came out. Now, anyone at any point in this, when it starts to get heavy, like bail, like I can't do this, I'm fucking out of here.
If they did, it's really hard to notice because you're so like
You're just
into it, and like the lighting's so dark that you wouldn't really, and the noise all around you, you wouldn't be able to hear people like walking around.
Wow.
You know, it's just literally just like, you know, it's
Hell
like
yeah.
that kind of noise just all around you.
Can
Like,
you make-
all
can-
your senses are being used basically.
Can you
It's
make
like-
Can you make that noise again? That was tough.
I was turned around, and the girl moved next to my ear, and she went, "It was wonderful getting to know you." And then she walked me out of the room, and then I was in a bar. And there was two ladies there going, "Well done, you finished the game."
You was connected to a bar.
Yeah.
Did they pour you another drink?
You got 2 free cocktails.
Oh, beautiful. Now,
And the bar was really kind of like old-fashioned looking. There was roses dotted around, bits of the story on cards, like lying around.
so it's definitely a secret bar themed just for this game.
Yeah, like they just created this just for this
Wow.
free game that's like on for 2 weeks. Like it's insane. And this girl I ended up talking to, she was like, "Oh wait, should we see what happens when we turn the game on?" And we turn it on, and it immediately says "Game Over."
Oh, wow.
Um,
It had known
and
you
then
had
it-
finished it?
Yeah, I think because they ask you to turn on Bluetooth and stuff.
That's... wow, so it... Wow, that's fucking
And then
really
the
cool.
story repeated, like the story at the beginning of the game about the girl who like went missing and the phone was found next to a rose. Except now it says your name instead of Chloe's.
Okay.
And
Damn.
that's it.
So you could keep playing and start over again, and it says
Yeah, well, yeah, you could.
It says
actually.
your name.
You can go back and play any of the levels.
Any of the
took me a while
puzzle
to
game
get
stuff.
it to turn back on, but yeah, it just works like normal.
That's fucking cool. Well, hell yeah,
and the
man.
game in itself is like just a fun puzzle game. Like, it's just.
Well, just the alternate reality stuff. It turning from the simplest form of gameplay, which is casual shit, fucking Candy Crush, to this insane like alternate reality, being initiated and sacrificing someone to a demon. Like, they're obviously trying to scare the shit out of people. I'd be really curious to see if people ever bounce.
The
If they were like,
production
fuck
value,
this.
you feel like you're part of like a Hollywood, like horror movie.
The
like,
production is good on
it's
everything.
never, the production is good. You never like, because I've been to loads of immersive stuff, all things that say that they're immersive, and you just like it's crap.
Yeah.
So
it's a bit shit.
Yeah,
ain't it?
game of the year for me so far.
Fuck, dude. I better than PT? Do you think? May PT rest in
Those are the only
peace.
two friends that freaked me out lately. So.
May it rest in peace. There's been a lot of PT news. It's Steve, I'm sure you've heard. Konami and Guillermo, as I like to call him, but otherwise known as Guillermo, Del Toro, and Norman Reedus, as well as Hideo Kojima, all have said that PT is not happening.
I mean,
it's so sad.
What they should have done, they should still been up with this theater company, which is called Punch Drunk.
Yeah.
Because I actually heard years ago, Punch Drunk were hired to do a promo thing for Resistance 3, and they did like a mini sort of immersive experience for that, I heard.
Maybe that was them getting their feet wet in this whole...
They should do it for Silent Hill.
Dude. Someone should do something with Silent Hill.
They should do it for Resident Evil. Capcom should get them involved. It will probably be more fun than fucking Resident Evil Revelations.
Hey, take it easy.
Sorry. I know you like that game.
It was fun. Raid mode was fun.
But,
I get how shitty the single player is, but that's what I like in Resident Evil games.
Hopefully I didn't bore anyone. Hopefully people enjoyed that.
Don't worry. Listen, you guys, you sweet boys.
I'm not worried. I'm just,
all you sweet boys are so...
If you don't like it, go fuck yourself.
Yeah, exactly. You give these cretins just a little bit of room to even doubt that they may have been bored. They're going to. You don't even mention that at the end.
I'm just a polite British man.
You are. Your mama raised you right. And thank you very much, Steve. That was really a segment that I wanted to share on the PPS because of, sometimes we play board games, sometimes we'll play older games, whatever, like tabletops, card games. The AR stuff I really have no experience in, but it's super fucking interesting to me, and you have talked to me at length about it in other circumstances. Some of these other theater kind of groups you went and saw. But God, dude, that
I do recommend.
Silverpoint sounds fucking cool, man.
This theater company, they have a show going in New York, and it's called Sleep No More. So if you're in New York, I suggest you go see it. It's what they tend to do is they just transform a disused building into like an amazing set that you can explore, and the story goes on around you, but you can literally go and explore like whatever you want, like touch whatever you want,
pick up,
sometimes interact with the actors and stuff.
Yeah, dude.
And it's set in a creepy hotel. I really want to see it, but obviously I can't. So yeah, I do recommend. I think they might be bringing a show to LA, but I don't know if that's still happening. But if they do, I suggest you go see it. Basically.
Yeah, we have a lot of good Mega64 boys and girls that live in LA. If they do their homework on time, you think mom and dad will let them out of the house and go see a show?
Oh God, people at work were like, "Oh, will we see you alive on Monday?" They were like, "Oh God, I couldn't do that." Like,
see, all those pussies, man.
How could you go to that thing? Weren't you afraid? It's like, what the fuck do you think's gonna happen? It's like it would be a very elaborate like way to fucking
murder 8 people.
Basically, yeah.
And have some game journalist write all about it because everyone had so much fucking fun playing it that didn't maybe get to the finale.
Oh God, I think I wouldn't be surprised if people tried to start selling up the appointments towards the end, because...
Wow, wouldn't that be weird? You can have my spot for 50 quid. I think, Steve, have we had a technical foul there? Steve, my boy, can you hear me? Oh no, folks, I'm getting into trouble.
Sorry.
No, you're back.
Disconnected me there.
You know what?
I should go.
It's fucking Kevin's fault. That's what the real issue is. Don't.
That intern, Jesus Christ.
I tell you what.
Ouch. I have lost myself.
Well, thank you very much, Steve.
Well,
Yeah, it was good talking to you. I'll see you later. I will be obviously coming to game days again, so...
It was very good talking to you as well, and, dude, I hope you can make it out to game days.
yeah.
It would be sweet. All right, man.
Catch you later.
Catch you later. Folks, that was a special segment. Thank you. Dude, that fucking game sounds sick. Like, if I heard about shit like that before the fact, I always hear about it afterwards.
Yeah.
But that shit sounds fucking really cool. 2 weeks is pretty limited for something like that. It would take me a month to hear about it, first off. But, folks,
If you like this, make sure you subscribe or comment.
we'll be right back.
Please
Check out my
comment.
rap. We'll see you in a sec.